We are now being joined by our guest, Mr. David M. Lippman from Boston. He is a senior analyst at the media monitoring organization, the Committee for Accuracy in Middle East Reporting and Analysis, or the CAMERA. David, thank you so much for joining us on WION. Welcome back. What are your thoughts on the U.S. stance after Iran's attack on Israel, namely saying the leak that we heard about that President Biden allegedly told Prime Minister Netanyahu that the United States wouldn't back an Israeli retaliatory attack?
Yes, well, first of all, thank you for having me back again. It's a pleasure to be here. In terms of the U.S. response, what is curious to me in reviewing the statements coming from the administration is that they seem to be under this understanding that there isn't already a wider regional conflagration, that Iran isn't already actively engaged in promoting warfare and using its proxies to engage in warfare throughout the region. And when the United States signals to its ally Israel to not respond to this line that has been crossed of a direct attack from Iranian territory onto Israeli territory, that isn't just sending a message to Israel, that's sending a message to Iran about how far it can go in pushing its destabilizing image of the Middle East even further.
And Iran and the United States have different narratives on whether intelligence was shared or that Iran gave a heads up prior to its attack on Israel. What are your thoughts on that? And which way should we be leaning on believing what side?
It's a good question. If you pay attention or if you read carefully the statements that are coming out from both sides, it suggests to me that the answer is somewhere in the middle. The statements coming from the US and from the United Kingdom are noticeably worded very carefully, in which they don't seem to be outright denying everything Iran is saying, only part of it. And where exactly the truth lies, we'll have to leave that perhaps to the historians, but it seems to me that Iran is telling somewhat of the truth, that it did give some advanced warning. It might have left out critical details, and that might be where the US and the UK are pushing back and denying having full knowledge of what was going to happen.
Very interesting. Okay, well, we'll be following the Middle East region, of course, very closely. Mr. David M. Lippman, thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to speaking to you again very soon.
Thank you so much.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.